Good evening. A man conceived a moment's answer to the dream, staying the flowers daily, sensing all the themes. As a fountain left to create the spiral arm, a movement regained, regarded both the same, all complete in the sight of seeds of life with you, changed only for a sight of sound. The space agreed between the picture of time behind the face of need, coming quickly to the terms of all expression laid, emotions revealed as the ocean made, all complete in the sight of seeds of life with you. Sad preacher nailed upon the colored door of time, insane teacher, be there reminded of the rhyme. There'll be no mutant enemy we shall certify. Political ends as sad remains will die. Reach out as forward tastes begin to enter you. I listened hard, but could not see. Life tempo change out and inside of me. The preacher trained in all to lose his name. The teacher travels asking to be shown the same. In the end, we'll agree, we'll accept, we'll immortalize that the truth of man maturing in his eyes, all complete in the sight of the seeds of life with you. And you and I climb, crossing the shapes of the morning, and you and I reach over the sun for the river. And you and I climb clearer towards the movement, and you and I called over valleys of endless seas. Welcome to the Angel Channel. Episode 106, and the last time that we'll be showing up as the Angel Channel. Next week's our big name change and time change. Yeah, it'll be pretty crazy. By the way, those are the lyrics from a song called And You and I by Yes. It's an old classic, way worth scoping out. Craig, what up? I can see you. Oh man, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Welcome. Glad you're here. Inga, how are you? It was good to talk to you today. So, kind of going to divert a little bit from what I originally planned for this evening. I had a really fitful night's sleep last night. Woke up this morning and my head's all like I had a fever. My hair hurt. Oh, man, it was just awful. I'm like, oh no, man, I don't need this. Everybody I've been around for the last month has been sick, and I've just been juicing, doing the kill juice. I even mentioned that last week. So I killed down about 4 glasses of the kill juice today, and I whipped out my go-tos, nascent iodine. Super amazing stuff. I do 3 drops of this usually every day, but last couple weeks, of course, I kind of neglected it. And, the iodine is amazing for supercharging your immune system. And, your thyroid is really like it requires iodine, which we hardly get in our diet anymore with food. And it's a really great way to kind of like zap up your thyroid, get that like up to full speed. And, your thyroid regulates so much stuff in your body that like it's good to have that really up and running. So I was going to do materialization tonight with a little bottle and bringing some salt from another part of the house. But when you're yucky, man, not good. So I've really been in kind of a like receptive state today. Like I've taken pretty much my projective side and put it to work and making myself better. By the way, I'm like 1,000 times better than I was this morning. I couldn't breathe. I was blowing my nose all day. Fever's all gone. It's like all good. So I'm happy about that, man. And hopefully by tomorrow I'll be 100%. Oh, I didn't mention that. Yeah, there we go. Oregano, essence of oregano. The other thing, man, I woke up this morning, my throat hurt, my glands were all swollen, and it was like right here in my chest already, man. Anytime you want to knock out the chest thing, that oregano is really badass. It's super strong though, so just do 1 drop. And you know, most of the stuff I recommend, honestly, like the kill juice last week, doesn't taste very good. And I've come to just kind of like that almost, because usually when it's really bitter, it doesn't taste very good. It really works great. So I've developed some kind of techniques for getting past it really good. And most of those involve holding your breath while you're putting it in your mouth and swallowing. You know, it's your nose that really senses taste. You know, your mouth senses some salty, sweet, but like things that like excite you or like make you go, that's coming from your olfactory sense, your sense of smell. So like with the iodine, you know, like I had kind of a trouble starting to use that because it always just made me think of like swimming pools. Like everybody used to use that for suntan lotion and stuff and cuts and stuff. And all the iodine bottles I saw as a kid had a big skull and crossbones on there. Poison, poison. So kind of took me a while. Anyway, it still smells like iodine. So I just kind of stick my tongue out, do a little cup with my tongue, drop 3 drops on there really fast, and have a glass of water ready and just swig it, not take any breath, and boom, it's all done, man. It's super good. By the way, there are a lot of iodines out there, but this company is really good. Global Healing, and it's called Detoxidine. Okay. So the materialization effect, I'm going to save that for week after next when I have the official like Be in the Light launch show. Next week we're going to be on, Kelly Brickle will be on with me, and maybe we can talk Kelly into doing some readings with us at the end of the show. Man, she's really amazing, and she's going to get me all like hooked in and plugged in and everything with Sacred Spiral Network, and then we'll do a run through show next week. Also, this is really important. We are not going to be on at 9 o'clock anymore. We're going to like be on earlier at 7:30. And I know Inga, man, Inga's in Iceland. She's like 5 hours ahead of us. So like, what's that, 1 or 2 in the morning right now? So salute for sticking in. Maybe it'll be a little easier next week. So keep that, you know, it'll be the same regular notifications going out. Frankie, what's up, man? Hawk, glad you're here. Good to see you. So week after next will be like my official grand opening and all of that. So I'll save that effect for that time. You know, it's like if you can't get really juiced up, trying to do that effect is like, I'd have gotten it done, but it looks really sloppy. So I'd like to ace it and make it look easy. Yeah. Love you too, guys. Good to see you. So let's see, what else? Oh yeah, on the subject of telekinesis, my good friend and longtime friend and amazing medium card reader. Her name's Carlene Love. She's been on the show a whole bunch of times, um, and she and I have done a bunch of Zoom webinar scenarios on telekinesis, and uh, we haven't done anything since COVID, and COVID just sort of like screwed everything up, got us off of our zone. And anyway, we're looking to do something on starting on February 14th on the Valentine's Day, either February 14th or Friday the 13th, just to be a smart aleck. And it'll be a 4-class series. And we've had really great success with this in the past. And I hope if you have any interest in opening up those abilities for yourself, this is a good hands-on, one-on-one way to make it happen. So she's putting together the promo for it right now and kind of collecting interest from people. So as soon as she comes out with that, I'll let you know and get a schedule and all that sort of stuff. So really would like to invite you to participate. I think there's a number of you out there that are ripe for the picking. Okay, last kind of like announcement sort of thing. One of my favorite places here is really close to me, and it is an amazing, beautiful labyrinth that has been constructed. It's on the land of a Lutheran church, but they're like, come one, come all. And I love going there. The energy there is just really amazing. They did an amazing job of building this thing. They copied the schematic of the labyrinth at the Chartres Cathedral in Paris. And man, it's really, 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 really good. So I always like to make a point of walking the whole labyrinth and setting out some intentions from the center, and it's a really good time. So if you're here in Sebring, I'm seeing if anybody'd be interested in doing this with me next few weeks. So if you have interested in walking the labyrinth, get in contact with me and let's join me. Let's put it together. It's been a couple of them been really mystical experiences. Okay. Oh yeah. I couldn't help but share this with you. Some of my wands that I've used over the years, and I was cleaning up my stuff and thought I'd just share a couple with you. These are my magic drumsticks. I took them into every single meeting I ever went to in advertising, and every time they went in with me, I scored. So they became my magic work wands. And of course, there's two. This is a real favorite. My wands are always about 18 inches long, 20 inches long. And they always, you want them to fit in your hand really good. And this one is made out of a really special wood. It's called Pomarosa. And Pomarosa is one of the most renowned herbs and plants in the whole African diaspora. And it's known as the curse breaker and the witch killer. So I've used this for lots of banishings, and anytime you need to do a cleansing, I've used this. You know, I came from a ceremonial background, magic background. So, you know, your tools are always like super important. This is a wand that was handmade by my friend Brandon, who was on a couple of weeks ago. And this is made out of a really awesome piece of oak. And it's super, super juicy. And this one's kind of a unique one. It's made out of a piece of a lemon tree. And like, I don't know, anytime I want to really brighten stuff up, work on thought forms, any kind of like scenario, make sigils, it's got a cool vibe to it. It's really kind of neat. It's not like oak, but they all have their special gifts. And I think this is one of my favorite ones. And this has a really fun story to it. This is made out of absolute stainless steel, and it graduates, as you can see, down from a thick end down here, down to a point, and it's 18 inches long. And my teacher, like, yeah, like. um, Yeah, he's a real purist about magic, and when he takes you on as his apprentice or student, there's no like financial. Here, this is going to cost you $500 for me to teach you this effect. Now, if he decides to take it on, he just takes it on and like gives. But one of his favorite lines is, "I love presents." There's no charge, but I really like presents, which I've adopted myself. I love presents. Anyway, so I decided to do something really special for him one year, and I found this guy that had a metal lathe, and I had two of them made, one for me and one for him. It wound up being like super expensive to do because it's hard, man. It took a long, long time. It's like really intense stainless steel. Yeah. And it's really great, like for sending cold energy through this, and this great little point down here. You can really collimate it and like work on, yeah, anything you want to make go away. Super good. And last but not least, my favorite, the Harry Potter Elder Wand. This isn't a real one. It's just a joke. But somebody gave me this for Christmas this year. I laughed. I went, "Oh yeah, I've been needing one of those." Anyway, just as a throw out, super cool thing to do. Make your own tools, man. Like I make my own runes. I make my own decks. There's real satisfaction in making your own stuff and working with your own stuff. So awesome. So tonight we're going to talk about regression and do a really nice little guided meditation and see what we get. And it could be really fun. So hypnoregression therapy, as we know it right now, it's been around for a long time, past lives, through all the esoteric traditions, especially like Hindu, the Eastern religions, reincarnation, and those things are all part of the fabric of their belief systems. And then in the late 1800s, or actually before that, in the late 1700s, there was a guy named Franz Mesmer, and the term mesmerized, and he made the whole like therapy under a trance state, like that. That was his gig. He used music and all kinds of stuff to really induce deep trance states, and from there would do therapy and work on healing physical things, healing emotional stuff, deep emotional stuff. And he didn't really get all that much into past lives, but he was the one that really popularized hypnotherapy as a serious medical like approach. And then in the late 1800s, early 1900s, it started becoming more of a mainstream medical treatment. And then, it really kind of blew up in the 60s. And the 60s, the 70s, that's when people started really kind of expanding their consciousness and getting into all kinds of stuff from crystals, energy work, to like you name it. And it really kind of took off then, and it's become a really popular thing. Back in the '90s, there's a guy named Brian Weiss, and he became very famous by writing a book called Many Lives, Many Masters. If you have any interest in the subject of past life regression, like that's a really great place to start. Um, and I was really fortunate to be able to have a couple of sessions with him back like mm, mid '90s, and it was a crazy experience. And like I you know I have to do the precursor to this before we go down the the actual meditation. The way I look at this and the way we'll approach this tonight, especially since like I've been doing a lot of personal regressions. I'm like doing my hypnotherapy certification thing. And I've been having a lot of fun with that. So I thought we could experiment tonight, not try to go too deep, and see if we can do a group regression and see what we get. We get pretty lucky on stuff a lot. So awesome. We got a labyrinth taker already. Nice, Hawk. Um, so I have a great imagination, and I can think stuff up in a skinny minute. So I always try to like, I was going to say my skeptic around, but not really my skeptic as much as my neutral observer that makes decisions based on experiential evidence. And so when I go and when I've done my regressions over the course of my learning, which I've taken on, I started doing my own version of those ever since I had those sessions with Brian Weiss. So I've kind of like explored my past lives extensively, and I've kind of come to recognize the voice that tells me the truth over the voice that tells me what it wants the answer to be. And that's always yeah. And that was so over the years I've kind of like mapped out, like I think I know what my first incarnation was here, and I think I have a picture of my very first incarnation here. Hold on one second. Here we go. No, that's not it. Wow, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm looking for a specific book that has that picture in it, and that would be right here. So, we've talked a lot about music and how to use music as part of your energy work. Music, thing about the vibrations of music is that it supersedes your intellect. It doesn't give your mind time to mess with it. It's just pure frequency, and your body reacts to that because those frequencies have specific meanings. So, I came up with a chord and went into a really deep meditation and just held this chord. And I was shooting I had a really amazing like bathroom mirror that was a portal to anywhere I wanted to go. And I was obsessed with shooting spirits and seeing entities and actually getting pictures of that. That's what this whole book is about. It's called Polaroids. And so I really wanted to see what my first incarnation, what did I look like here when I was here? And where was it? And I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little dark. And anyway, I had these really weird pointed ears and these really high like eyebrows, and up above my head is this weird little temple up on a rock kind of scenario, a little river right down in the valley down below it, and another big like misted in mountain back there. And man, I got to ride to that space, and it was a really profound experience. And I've since gone back there many times and kind of explored that world and what happened to me there. Do I think that's truth? Possibly. Uh, do I want to put that in my category book of things I know are absolutely true? No, but man, it's given me a lot of explanations and a lot of things to look at that I brought to this life. So anyway, what we'll do is we'll get all down in a really nice meditation, and then we'll ride back and see what we get. One of the things I want you to remember on this, and this kind of applies to a lot of intuitive stuff, when you send out a request for an answer, usually the very first thing that comes in and goes poof is the answer. And what happens a lot is you go, no, no, no. And part of you is going, your ego, whatever your intellect is going, no, 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 that's what, and you start like writing in other answers. So in our exercise tonight, when we get there, man, like whatever the very first thing that pops in your brain, just grab that. It doesn't have to mean that's the definition of you. As a matter of fact, I'd like to just kind of like get all of that off and just like, this is a really fun mental exploration. So we'll take it on like that. All right. So what we're going to do first, oh, by the way, any of you guys out there, hey, Dennis, really, good to see you. Evelyn, welcome, 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 welcome. Wow, Evelyn, it's very challenging to find me. Well, we'll have to work on that, man. Really, yeah, really happy you came. So, as always, anybody that would like a reading, get your name in the chat, get on the list, and we'll take care of you right after our med. Okay. All right. So we're going to make some sacred space and go on a little trip. With the brilliant healing light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the brilliant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the light of the source, I banish and clean this space and make this place pure. With joy and gratitude, we come together tonight to create our sacred circle, our place of safety and sanctuary and light. We ask that our guides and angels be with us this evening and share their knowledge, wisdom, and their love of the source. We ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Infinite, unconditional love. And our wish for bliss to the source. We open our circle. I always love it when it gets all pristine like that. Yeah. All right, so here we go. We're going to do 3 really nice deep breaths, cleansing breaths, riding down to blank space. And after the third one, when we get there, I want you just to stay there and we'll do a little exploration and see what we come up with. All right. Black tea, it's the only way I've been surviving all day. Here we go. All right. For any new people out there, what we're going to do is we're going to draw in a breath. We're going to use our solar plexus to draw, take it in through your nose. Don't see it as air, but visualize bright gold healing energy. Let it come in through your nose and just filter down through your whole body and just infuse your body with glowing gold healing light, source energy. Okay. If you have something specific that's hurting, kind of focus your intent on that right now and send that right there. Okay. Then on the exhale, just going to release that really slow. We're going to talk ourselves down into the blissful silence. We're going to turn off the thoughts. And when I get to the word silence, just freeze. Don't worry about continuing to breathe. We'll just hold it for a few seconds. But the goal is in that few seconds, you grab on to turning off. Just silence, which is actually superposition quantum field and the answer to all things. I'm really not kidding. All right, so here we go. Inhale. Use your solar plexus in through the nose. Really fill it up. Stretch it out. Much as you can, pack it in there. And release. Sinking into the silence. The chaos and sounds of the world fading off into the distance. No mind. No thoughts. Deeper silence. And inhale. When you think you're full, pack it in some more. Bright gold healing energy. And release. Sinking into the soft caress of the quiet. No future. No past. Deeper. Deeper. Silence. All right, right, last one. When we come to the end, I want you just to hang there, and you'll need to take some breaths, but just keep them real shallow and keep your thoughts shut off. All right, here we go. Last one. Inhale. Really stretch. And release. Deeper, deeper into the stillness. No mind, no time. Deeper. Silence. All right. I want you to see yourself floating in a blank space. And I want you to take your intent and start pushing back into the past and tell yourself, I want to see. Slowly, you feel yourself moving backwards. Stay relaxed. Images start to appear around you as you're going back. All right, now close your eyes. And when your gut, your solar plexus says now, I want you to open your eyes and see whatever it is you see. And the first thought, all right, moving back into the mist of the past. And when you're ready, open your eyes. What do you see? What's around you? Can you see yourself? Where in the world are you? Do you feel at home? All right, close your eyes again. Let's take a nice inhale. And let's move back farther. Slowly drifting. And when I say stop, I want you to open your eyes. Stop. Do you smell anything? What's the temperature like? What kind of clothes are you wearing? What's the time of day? Are there other people around? Are you happy? All right, just explore for a second. All right, let's have a nice inhale. Close your eyes and let's move back further, back along the sands of time to a time you've known before. All right, stop and open your eyes. Yeah, are you in a different place? Are you in another part of the world? How do you feel? Are you a man or a woman? Look down at your hands. Are you holding anything? Wow. Okay. All right. Let's slowly start moving back. You're moving forward. Are there anything about the impressions of those places that remind you of now? Feelings, emotions, what you were doing? Come back. Come back. All right, you're back in your body, back in now. Looking to the future. All right, let's start coming out. Take three nice deep breaths. All right, one more. Okay, excellent. So, before that experience fades, make a couple notes, like who were you in all three of those? Are they different? Are they the same? Were there like things that you did that were consistent through there? It's a pretty cool ride. And like I said, our consciousness is so complex. As a matter of fact, I'm not at all sure anymore. I kind of have a new understanding of time and how not linear it is. So there's a school of thought that like all of these past lives are happening like right now, and we're just checking into different aspects of a multiverse of us experiencing all different lifetimes all at the same time. It's crazy. I love all those theories. Anyway, I'd love to know if you got any specific impressions or if anything came through, if you liked that or hated it or love some input. I'd also love some input on the show coming up and what we're doing. Like if there are some subjects that you guys would like to delve into or effects you're interested in, let me know. I'd really like to make the Be in the Light show be like our show and keep you guys learning and growing and making progress in your practice. Super cool. All right. So here we go. Yeah, we'll do angel cards. I might do some tarot cards too. This one, let's see. All right. So, Evelyn, this one's for you, girlfriend. Evelyn, where do you live? It's too bad you're not close to me that you could come walk the labyrinth with us. I know you would dig it. All right, here we go. Concentrate for me. Let's take 3 nice deep breaths. Really come back to the present. If you have a specific question, really beam that to me hard. Words of wisdom for my good friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom for my good friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom for my good friend Evelyn. It's a good one. Number 48, the angel of fertility. Look at your deepest desires and recognize which has heart and passion and enough meaning and power to sustain you. Now, focus all your energy on that. Think of your mind like a magnifying glass. This is the best metaphor ever. Focusing the light of the sun down to like such a nice little condensed, collimated chunk of energy that it ignites into fire. Bring the scattered light of all your ideas down to a single concentrated point that catches fire and breaks through. Experience your determination to create something from your dreams and do something with them. A surprise event is coming. Happy. It will be auspicious and improve your attitude. A definite change for the better. You are on the right track. Waste no time. Success is for the patient. Look for the signs of success and follow it through. Never give up. Even when the going gets tough, especially when the going gets tough. Offer your insecurity up in prayer and it will be replaced with spiritual strength. There you go. Awesome. By the way, I'm sorry it was hard for you to find me. We'll be trying to pick that. Wow, Evelyn's in California. Yeah, I'm all the way in Sebring, Florida. Oh, too funny. All right, Dennis, this one's for you, man. You know the drill. Three nice deep breaths. Really focus. Words of wisdom for my friend Dennis. Words of wisdom for my friend Dennis. Words of wisdom for my friend Dennis. Number 36. The angel of inner and outer work. When you are unclear, you procrastinate. When you become bored, you can easily be persuaded to go in the wrong direction. You can resort to taking risks to relieve the boredom, financial, emotional. You can gamble everything in search of a thrill. Your most basic qualities of caution, skill, and foresight are in direct opposition. Sometimes a risk is justified depending on the projected results, but if the risk is the result of an addictive desire for stimulation, then troubles can arise from recklessness or doing things at the wrong moment. Become self motivated, be objective, and take command of inner and outer worlds, which you've been working on for a long, long time, man. Organize things in your life, begin to communicate your inner desires, and the results will be healing, inspirational, and enriching. I'm going to pull some tarot cards for you also. Words of wisdom for my friend Dennis. Words of wisdom for my friend Dennis. Words of wisdom for my friend Dennis. Let me get a nice shuffle here. All right. So that's the star. The star comes after the tower. And after you've been through one of those phases of kind of like starting over, taking it down to the foundation and rebuilding something restructured on new learning and new understanding, the star is there like pouring the water of life to a thirsty world. The star is about hope and the renewed understanding that like it's all going to be good, and the difficulties that have happened in the past, they were just building blocks for you to build what you really want. And this card, more than anything for me, represents wishes fulfilled. What you really love and really want in your deepest passion, those wishes will be fulfilled. But and we were sort of looking at this as a yearly reading. Understand the stars like about patience. It's not like this doesn't happen tomorrow, but the process of it happening has already begun, and just stick with it with all of your determination and focus. All right. All right, Frankie, this one's for you. All right, let's do the angel cards. All right, Frankie. Man, I hate being sick. Hang on one second. Okay. Frankie, take 3 really nice deep breaths and just bring yourself to concentration. Again, if you have a specific question you're asking about, focus really hard on that. They're really good with specific questions. Most of the time on a specific question, like the very first line of the reading is like, okay, I could stop. All right. Here we go. Words of wisdom for my friend Frankie. Words of wisdom for my friend Frankie. Words of wisdom for my friend Frankie. Number 14, the angel of truth, liberty, and justice. I love this card, by the way. Those doves down there are just over the top, and little angels. Yeah. You're going to love this. Freedom has arrived. Okay, you want to stop? Look with objective, open eyes and see clearly how you have created the situations you experience. Free yourself from these oppressive circumstances. Blend your creativity and imagination and your logic and reason. See things clearly and use your powers to transform your situation. You can turn this around easily. Recognize where in life you have power and rebuild your self confidence. You have tremendous potential for focusing on innovative ideas and releasing the necessary burst of energy to make it happen. Stop backing yourself into a corner. Oh man, like this one's so me. Stop backing yourself into a corner and deliberately trying to get yourself into seemingly impossible situations in order to force a really creative solution. God. Liberate yourself using your intuition and your infinite ingenuity, girlfriend. Know that you will be free to fly like the wind. Believe and trust that there will be relaxation from all your tensions and fears as the pressures ease off and the whole situation just kind of seems to turn around. Yeah, there you go. All right. Last but not least, let me just make sure I'm right about that. All righty. Here we go. This one's for Hawk. All right, Hawk, just take 3 really nice deep breaths and close your eyes. Imagine we're standing face to face, just looking each other in the eye. And again, if you have something really specific, really focus on that. Words of wisdom for my friend Hawk. Words of wisdom for my friend Hawk. Words of wisdom for my friend Hawk. Concentrate. Number 18, the angel of justice. Analyze your situation from every angle. Stop denying reality and seeing only what you want to see. You're afraid it's all going to come crashing down around you, but you don't need to worry about that. Push your boundaries in your quest for knowledge. Stretch yourself. Expect new and positive vibrations. A karmic lesson has been fulfilled, and you can expect steady improvement now. You are suffering from the aftermath of deep personal hurt. Go deep inside and find your inner guidance. Get quiet and listen. That ride to blank space, Hawk. It's the answer to a lot of things. You are never, ever, ever alone. No, because you're an actual real piece of the source. You're the light. You're the piece of the true light. Never, ever alone. And that connection is open all the time. You just have to focus on it and send it there, and like, boom. And when you send out those waves, connecting to the source and connecting to home, the real home, the true home, ah, man, when you send out those waves of that frequency and that reflects back to you, which is the only thing energy can do. You send that there, it sends it back to you, reflected back. You're never, ever, ever, ever alone. There is always guidance and protection available to you. Ask. And ye shall receive. Oh, man. Okay, there you go, you guys. You're welcome, Frankie. You're welcome, Evelyn. You're welcome, Dennis. Yeah. Okay, man. So actually made it through. Yeah, I'm hoping to be 100% tomorrow, man. I'm sorry if I was a little low energy this evening. Anyway, please join us next week. Evelyn, I'll try to figure that out. And you'll be able to find me through the Sacred Spiral next week, which I'm hoping will help a bunch of people. And thank you, each and every one of you, for coming and sharing space and energy with us and going on our little experiment. I'd love to know if any of you guys got anything out of that. Yeah, as always, hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment, please. And yeah, see you guys next week. Oh, hold on. I have one more card to pull. This one's for me and Maestro. The Magus of the mind could not be more appropriate. Anyway, all right, so here we go. With joy and gratitude, we close our circle and send everyone on their happy way, feeling better than when they came. We offer our gratitude, deep abiding gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We offer our infinite, unconditional love. And our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, we close our circle. Be in the light.